Give him 10 minutes to get here. I think we can get it going.
Sure.
Hello. And yes, this week we are down one of our members. Pez is unable to come to our show today. So it is me and Johnny today.
Yes.
And we might have a surprise guest later in the show. However, we will push on and give a show to you today. How are you, Johnny?
I'm okay, thank you. Like I say, Gary's got the invite, but whether he joins us or not is a different matter.
Yeah, it's a good weekend for both of us. The Cowboys didn't lose, and the Giants won.
I know, bit of a shock that one, to be honest, but that was a nice one.
Yeah, and they did not play terribly. The second half wasn't, as you mentioned earlier, wasn't strong for them.
But the defense played well again, so it's a nice thing to look forward to.
The Giants are alive. Who knows? They might make a second half run. It's still early in the season. Not yet halfway, so anything could happen. Yeah. So, Johnny, are you ready to get rolling?
We are indeed. Obviously, we'll start with the first trade.
All right, yeah. Trade this week.
From the Yesneby division.
Yesneby. All right, so we have the Aberdeen Bucks receiving Zay Flowers and Kyle Pitts, and they're sending Justin Jefferson. Wow. Well, Jefferson is on the IR. So he'll be down for another 3 weeks, back in time for the playoffs. Yeah, I don't think he gave up too much, actually.
No, because they're both playing well, to be honest. Flowers and Pitts, they both had good games again. And both teams are 4-2, so they're both trying to make a push for the playoffs. So, try to see Aberdeen Bucks team. Tua, Kareem Hunt, Aaron Jones, Curtis Samuel, Jalen Waddle, Chris Godwin, Kyle Pitts, David Njoku, Zay Flowers, McManus, Franklin, and Edwards. So that's who started yesterday. And how did they get on?
Who did they have at tight end on the Aberdeen Bucks?
Who would it be? They didn't have a tight end. That's the thing.
Well, that certainly helps them.
Oh, David Njoku. So they played him in the flex this week. So
right, yeah. So he needed a tight end for the flex, and Zay Flowers hasn't been playing terribly. This would definitely be a good addition in a dynasty league, but in a redraft, I think this is 100% okay.
Although it looks like the Aberdeen Bucks are going to lose this week because they're projected to lose by 14 points because Levi can still got some players to play. But Fantasy Man are projected to win, but he's still got McCaffrey, Cousins, Jacobs, Diggs, Lockett, Evans, Logan Thomas, Christian Thomas. Then on his IR, he's got James Conner, Kyler Murray, and Justin Jefferson. So that's nice.
Yeah, the risk that he runs is that Jefferson may not return this season, depending on the record of the Vikings. Yeah. So, why play?
A pretty strong team. He's just got to hope McCaffrey stays fit.
I mean, it's like, why play Jefferson if your team is in last place? But if there's any danger for Jefferson getting hurt or re-aggravating an injury. Anyway, that's what I've been reading, that the Vikings may not bring him back if they're in last place. So that will be interesting. They might be tanking for Caleb.
Well, plus the fact they've got the you're not due to get paid.
He would get paid.
He will get paid. So they'll maybe work on that if he doesn't play. So
yeah, he would get paid. Yeah, definitely. He would probably be on the sidelines. This, from what I read from Pro Football Talk, Mike Florio, this is a common situation where players with only 2 or 3, 4 weeks left in the season, they don't return if the season is already over for the team.
Well, that's it. Well, there's no much point getting aggregating injury. Just get them fit for next year. Break all the records again. So
that's right. Well, I think overall it's a decent trade for both teams, depending on team needs. There is a slight risk that Jefferson may not return, but I think it's a risk worth taking. Well done for both sides here.
Yeah, I do like that one actually. It's especially for 4-2 teams as well. Obviously, trying to get the extra edge. If Jefferson comes back and he plays the playoffs, that would be a winner.
Certainly,
they've got a strong enough team to hopefully get them through to the playoffs as it is. But it's quite a close division, that one. So
all right. Yeah. So what do we have next, Johnny? I think we have a new segment called Prove Me Wrong, where I will make some ludicrous statement, and Johnny, you have to tell me I am off the rocker and I have lost all my marbles. So what am I saying first, Johnny? Let's see it. Prove me wrong, Johnny. The Bills will not make the playoffs. Prove me wrong.
Well, yeah, it's quite a tough. It'd be nice to back up on that one, but obviously they're no here. But I think they still will. You know what I mean? Miami lost again. So they're only one game up. They've already beat Miami. So they beat Miami again. And Josh Allen plays the good part and not the bad Josh Allen. I think they can still win the division. I hope so. I've got them to win the division. So I think they will. It's a tough run in, but there is a good point. Well, everybody seems to be beating everybody else. I mean, the Steelers won't hang on. They're just fish. So you got to think.
Bills are currently 4-3. You have the Chiefs 6-1. You have the Ravens 5-2. Steelers 4-2. Browns 4-2. Right?
Yeah, but
the Dolphins 5-2. So let's see. That's one.
The Browns defense can't win them all the games.
4, 5. They're still in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're still in the playoffs.
Barely.
The Bengals will get better, but I think the Browns will fall away because their offense is pish. There's no way the defense can win them all those games that need to win to get to the playoffs. The Steelers won't hang about because they are pretty ragged.
Yeah, the Bills would be the last team in at this point.
At this point, but I think they'll maybe, if they don't win the division, they'll go in at 6th.
Yeah.
But they won't win the playoffs. So.
Yeah, they had just looked out of sorts ever since the London game, and even the week before that, they seem to be missing something. Maybe they need another wide receiver or another playmaker. I'm not sure, but Allen doesn't. He's still putting up numbers, but it just doesn't seem like the offense is clicking.
No, and the defense has lost a couple of players, but I think they might get a couple of them back. They've lost Milano for the year, I think, but I think they've still got a good enough team. I know they lost. That was a weird game yesterday. That was just mental. But I think they'll get it right.
It's interesting. Like I said earlier, there's still half the season to be played. A lot can happen. Certainly, the Patriots beating up on the Bills. Who would have thought that this season?
I know that was a bit mental, but you got to think that they've got the game up against Miami already, and I think that's the first division game they've lost. So I think did they beat the Jets? Have they played the Jets yet?
They lost the Jets the first week of the season.
Lost the Jets. So they're 1-2 in the division.
Yeah.
But they have beat Miami, which is a good one. So if they can do that again, because obviously they seem to stifle it, but I think they'll get their act together. They're too good a team not to make the playoffs.
They are. Yeah, and it's starting to look like it's one of those annual teams that are picked to do well, and they're just struggling to meet expectations.
Yeah.
But, I'm sure the Bills fans will take that over what was the previous 15 years.
Definitely, yes. They seem to be having a bit of a hangover since they had that quality game where they just lost to the Chiefs 2 seasons ago in the playoffs when they played the perfect game. They haven't really been right since then.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, you're right about that. They underwhelmed last year as well, so they just might be. They may have peaked. The That's something that may have happened. They don't really have a strong, as I would say, when I think of James Cook, I don't think of him as a top 3 running back or a top 5, right? So it's interesting to see how they're – their wide receivers. Gabe Davis is nice, but he's never blossomed.
Not consistent, no.
Yeah, into that strong number 2 receiver. They don't have a strong slot receiver to get in there and get those, mid-range catches that, that the teams rely on. It'll be interesting to see how they play out. All right, what else do I have, Johnny?
So the second and the last one is the Rams have a top 5 running back.
Yeah. The Rams will have a top 5 in fantasy scoring points.
Yeah.
In the Orkney Bowl, in a top 5 Orkney Bowl point score.
I'm going to have to look at the point score at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm
not sure what they are right now. But
well, how long is Williams going to be out? That's the main thing.
Yeah, Williams has got to return.
If he doesn't return, then they're not going to do
it. I did this. I thought of this one last week before I realized Williams was going to be on the IR.
Well, currently he's sitting in 6th.
6th
on IR. So, depending on how long he's out for, I don't know how long it's on IR.
Well, a minimum of 4 weeks, right? Yeah, a minimum of 4 weeks.
I will say he won't, because he's going to miss too many games.
I think you might be right. I think I may have. I think I might be wrong as well.
Yeah, because ahead of him you've got Etienne, CMC, Mostert, Zach Moss, who's still doing well, DeAndre Swift, who's still doing well. Just behind them by 2 points, and probably maybe overtaking as soon as Pacheco. Kenneth Walker's 5 points behind. Even Etienne's, he's 14 points behind, but he'll be back a week before him. So, and Kamara's catching up, and he missed the first 4 games, and he's only 15 points behind.
Yeah.
So
missing 4 games is not a killer.
No, but
he definitely
he'll be top 10. He'll end up top 10, but I don't think he'll be top 5. So
I think the Rams are surprising people this year.
Yeah, they surprised me. Like Puka Nacua lasted a quality game again last night.
And
everything.
Yeah, when I predicted them to make the playoffs, people were looking at me funny. But
we do that anyway.
They're playing solid. I like it. I'm not a Rams fan. Actually, I grew up hating the Rams and the 49ers both. But McVay, he's a wizard, man. He's a wizard.
Stafford likes his receivers, and obviously he can feed a couple, so he's feeding.
Oh, wow.
Well,
the 2 guys I got in that trade, Everett and Nacua. Remember, I traded Drake London, and who was the other guy? I can't remember. But both of my guys put up over 20 points yesterday.
Yes. And Cup didn't really do much. Yeah, so he got the 2-point conversion, but he didn't really do much.
Puka?
No, Cooper Kupp. In a bit of a quiet game for Cup. But
I think Nacua is getting his targets every week. I mean,
was it over 100 yards? Did he get a touchdown? Yes. No. Atwell got the touchdown. Did he get a touchdown?
Nacua got 29 points yesterday.
He's currently set the number. He's currently set the number 4 wide receiver in the league.
Wow.
So you got 29.9 points, 12 for 8 receptions, 12 targets, 154 yards.
Nice.
That's nice. He's getting all those numbers. He's only actually got 2 touchdowns, but he scored like 37, 15, 22. He's just getting the catches. So,
yeah. And Nacua is I have him on a lot of teams, and I am so happy.
Yeah. I've got him in 1 or 2, but not as many as I'd like, to be honest. But
yeah. I was lucky. I got him before the season started on a lot of teams. I just went out there and took a flyer, and it worked out. I'm quite stoked about that. All right, Johnny, what do we have next? I think we both have agreed that I'm a bit crazy to think the Rams will have a top 5. So the running back rankings.
if he wasn't injured, he would be top 5, but he is injured. So the 4 games is going to be a big loss at this time of year.
Probably too much to overcome.
Yeah.
Now, Johnny, I was tired when I did this. I worked all day. I had about 10 hours of teaching, and then I had some part-time that I did. And I filled in my form. And
I can't imagine who you had, actually.
Yeah, I completely forgot because I was looking at the sleeper rankings in the point totals, and I completely forgot about Barkley and Jonathan Taylor, and I did not even put them on the rankings. And I'm
any
like,
of them, yeah.
Hard.
Well, I think obviously we've got the bits here, but obviously the next page has got the actual with our point system rankings. But this is how they were voted at for each position. So we got McCaffrey got 19 out of 20 votes for RB1. No real shock.
Who got the other vote?
Etienne.
Wow.
And then for RB2, you had Mostert and Robinson both got 5 votes. Etienne got 4 votes. Eckler got 3. Chubb, McCaffrey, and Barkley all got 1 vote. So that's McCaffrey got all 20 votes in the first 2 rounds.
Wow. So these are how many they got of each vote, right? Okay.
Yeah, with the little digits. That's for each section. For RB1, RB2, RB3, RB4, RB5.
Wow, quite a few running backs got votes.
Yeah.
So let's see what the grand total is.
So the grand total, with a resounding success, RB1 is McCaffrey.
Okay.
By a lot. So
this is redraft. We have McCaffrey, Etienne, Robinson.
Yeah, Bijan still got the votes.
Yeah, Eckler and Mostert. Wow.
Actually, Robinson and Eckler were I think it's in the one of them. They were tied for 3rd and 4th, but I went count back and who had more second places and 3rd. So, but I think that was actually in the dynasty. So,
yeah, I am surprised that Barkley did not make the top 5.
He didn't have any votes, to be honest. I don't know. I didn't vote. I don't think I voted him only because how bad they. Oh no, I did. I voted him number 3. So I think it's the offensive line scares a lot of people because they're so bad. You know what I mean? And they lost another player last week, so they're even more banged up. And like when they had the goal line stand at the end of the first half last week, I think he had 14 carries for 13 yards. And then they tried to run it at the 1 yard line and throw the fucking thing and then get a field goal. But no, that was the problem. Again, he got a couple of nice runs in the second half against the Bills, but before that, he wasn't getting much. So,
yeah, Barkley, I feel for him. He was obviously in the last 5 years the second best running back in the NFL, maybe the best 1 or 2 of those years, and he may end up retiring without ever getting his big payday.
Yeah.
So it's quite. Yeah, I feel for the man. I feel for him.
Yes.
I wish he would have been compensated fairly, but
that's the thing with running backs. So the running backs don't get compensated fairly. They just get.
And I'm surprised to see Etienne so high. I
think a lot of people are doing because he's playing so well the last couple of weeks that people are just voting on that. But
I thought, that's this is Eckler making it. Of course, that makes sense. Mostert, he's having a great season, number 2 right now in the NFL. So in points scored.
Well, see, I went from a redraft. I went for McCaffrey, then Eckler, then Barkley, then Bijan Robinson, and then Walker. Because I love watching Kenneth Walker run. It's just such a good, So
Walker, he's great. I can't remember what I put actually.
I don't know.
Normally your form has send results to your email. It didn't have it this time, and I can't remember who I voted for.
You voted for CMC, Bijan, Etienne, Mostert, and Walker.
Yeah. Okay.
So not much.
That's all right. I'll take that. So what about the dynasty rankings? What do we have?
There you go.
Now let's just go to the overall rankings.
Overall.
Yeah.
Bijan is the number one.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
Oh, it's a dynasty. You've got to think ahead, not just for 1 year, 2 years.
Yeah.
Far off, so. I didn't pick McCaffrey in any of my dynasty one thing.
Wow, Jonathan Taylor and Barkley did not. I'm surprised Jonathan Taylor did not make it. He's only 24.
I don't know. Well, I went Bijan, Walker, A-Chain, Hall, and Etienne from I-5. And that's 5 good running backs and young running backs. So.
Yeah, this is a tough list. You just don't know if Hall. I wanted to put Hall. I did not. Did I?
Where are you? You went CMC, Bijan, Etienne, Hall, and Kieran Williams.
Kyren Williams. Okay. Yeah, why not? I forgot about Taylor. I would definitely put Taylor in there, probably at number 3.
Yeah. So did I, to be honest. But then I think it's just because it seems like he's been around for so long.
Yeah, he missed the first 4 weeks of this season, and last season he was injured most of the season, so he hasn't really performed. It's been 2 seasons ago was his breakout, and he hasn't done much since then. But I have high expectations for him.
Yeah, this is the one where you had. It was actually Etienne and Hall had tied for 3rd. Then you had A-Chain, and then you had Walker and Taylor behind them. So joint 6, you had Walker and Taylor, so they were just outside the top 5.
Wow, someone put Moss in
Yeah,
a dynasty. Someone voted and Ford.
and Ford,
Wow.
Jacobs.
Yeah, okay, I mean, I can understand that vote.
Yeah, but
Henry.
Henry.
I'm still putting Henry in the top 5 in a dynasty. The man's 30.
Yeah, yeah. There was a couple of different, but then like I said, not like as people admitted, they're not overly like used to dynasty, so they're voting, but they're not voting like you would for the dynasty team. So maybe
And then
if they don't want to do the dynasty, they can just put NA. But yeah, Chubb got a couple of votes as well. But
I'm surprised to see Chubb getting votes. Very interesting list. It's I love to see this because it's you can see that such a wide view from people on who they think is top 5.
Chubb got a vote as RB3 and RB5.
Interesting. Yeah, so they expect Chubb to be back next year, full health, ready to roll.
Yeah, McCaffrey got 5 at RB1, but Bijan got 11. A-Chain got 2, Etienne and Hall got 1. For RB2, you had Robinson got 6. McCaffrey, Etienne and Hall all got 3. Taylor got 2. Walker, A-Chain and Williams got 1. For running back 3, you had Etienne got 4. Hall got 3. Walker and McCaffrey got 2. Then the long list of ones, we've got A-Chain, Moss, Chubb, Taylor, Gibbs, Ford, Robinson, Pollard, and Henry for RB3. And then for RB4, you had McCaffrey had 4, Hall had 3, then you had Walker, A-Chain, Etienne, and Swift got 2. Then you had Pollard, Jacobs, Williams, Taylor, and Eckler all got 1. And then obviously RB5, you had Taylor and Hall got 3, Etienne, A-Chain, Walker, and Gibbs got 2. Then Barkley, Spears, Pollard, Chubb, Williams, McCaffrey all got 1. McCaffrey was RB5. Barkley was RB5. That's the only one he got for a dynasty. So.
Yeah, I'm actually happy to see Pollard getting votes. I'm, a Cowboys fan. I did not put him in the top 5, but it's nice to see that people think he is. He's not having a bad season, but I don't know.
But I don't see him as an RB1, to be honest. I think it's better for the change of pace running. But you need like somebody to batter it through, then he takes over and gets all the yards.
I agree. I don't see Pollard as the bell cow, every down back type guy. I'm glad he's on our team. He's a good running back. But I'm happy to see him getting votes. But I am surprised that he made
I got that many. All right, Johnny. That was a good list. What do we have next? Monday Night Football.
Which is actually your lock of the week as well from last week. Is tonight's game.
This is the lock of the week. Really?
So, yes,
I have a double.
You have a
now
double.
I'm going with the Niners.
Well, you've definitely doubled up then. I put you down for the Niners already.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with the Niners on here. From now on, I guess I should be more aware and not pick the Monday night game as one of my locks or underdogs.
Well, I have next week, so.
Yeah. So I will take the Niners this week in Monday Night Football. And Johnny, who do you have?
I have the Niners, and so does Pez.
Yeah, I think that's an obvious choice.
If McCaffrey plays without JJ, no, it's not going to be close, I don't think.
Yeah, but you never know with Cousins. Admit you do on Monday Night Football.
Well, I'm hoping he breaks that because I've got Cousins playing tonight plus 2 other players against McCaffrey with a 10-point lead. So I really need him to do something.
Well, he always puts up his numbers, but he'll make a boneheaded interception or something late in the game.
He can do that only once as long as they return it for a touchdown and it doesn't give McCaffrey points.
Yeah. All right. What's the lock of the week? What did Pez have as his lock of the week?
Lock of the week this week, Pez had the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. And who are they playing?
They lost to the Falcons. Oh no, you want week 8?
Yeah,
it's gone for the Texans.
The Texans. I should open our mail here so I can see the point spreads. So who do we have? We have the Buccaneers are playing the Texans. And what is the point spread? Oh wow, the Bucs are playing the Bills?
No. Last week he played yesterday's game. He picked for lock of the week for week 7. I was telling you the result he lost. But week 8 they're playing the Panthers. They've got 3-point favorites.
The Panthers are 3-point, or the Buccaneers are 3-point favorites.
No, okay. The Texans are 3-point favorites against the Panthers. He chose the Buccaneers yesterday for week 7.
So who is his luck of the week pick for this week?
For week 8, Texans.
The Texans. All right. So the Texans are playing
the Panthers.
The Panthers, and they are 3-point favorites. Okay. Yeah, I'd go with that. That's a good choice. Who do you have as your lock of the week, Johnny?
I'm going for the Lions.
The Lions.
Against the Raiders on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, I think that's a very solid pick.
They're 7 points favorite, 7.5, but I think they're just going to be so wanting to bounce back from that game yesterday that I do really feel sorry for the Raiders, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's a solid pick. I am going with my man Pez and his Seahawks against Batch and his Cleveland Browns. I will choose the Seahawks as my lock of the week.
Yes, I'm not sure he's very happy with that one, but
my locks have not been full.
Well, before tonight's game, you have 1 so far, right?
One lock out of 7. How are my underdogs doing though?
Your underdogs are doing awesome.
Yeah.
But none of us got that yesterday because it was the Lions and the Dolphins. We all got hammered with that one. But for week 8. Page has gone for the Steelers.
The Steelers. I will second that and go with the Steelers. It was a tough choice because there's not many games that it's not an 8-point favorite on most,
Well, I've gone for a game we don't have a spread for, but I know for a fact there will be underdogs. I've gone for the Bengals to beat the 49ers in San Francisco.
Okay, yeah, that will definitely be.
But that will definitely be underdogs. I can't imagine there'll be favorites over the 49ers.
The Bengals over the Niners. I like it. Yeah.
Well, they're starting to spice it up a bit, and you can still get yards on them. We just need to get the points. But I think their defense is pretty solid too. And if McCaffrey's still a bit banged up, they're missing Debo. That could be a defensive battle, to be honest, because the Bengals defense has been pretty solid as well. No, it's not as high profile as the 49ers and the Cowboys and that, but they've been steadily getting better. considering the players have lost in the off season. So yeah,
I don't see the Niners game here.
They're playing at 20 past 8 because the clocks go back.
There it is. I see the
so, the 9:25 game. So I don't have a point spread for that. So
I got you. Yeah. So it's going to be an interesting week. We got a few good picks there. I like it. And how's everyone doing on Monday Night Football picks?
Monday Night Football
/ Sunday Night Football.
Yes. Well, you have 4 correct.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And Pez and myself have 3 correct. But that's only because you went for the Cowgirls last week and got it right. Every other week we've all agreed, and we've got some right, some wrong.
I'm not doing very well on my locks, but my underdogs and Monday Night Football, I'm doing all right.
Well, you started off with 4 out of 4 for the underdog, but you've currently gone 0 and 2 for the last 2.
Oh no, I need my underdog to pull through.
But you have 4, and Pez and myself have only got 2. And the locks, I have 4 right, you have 1, and Pez has 2. So we're all doing not bad, so. But you're definitely the underdog king at the moment.
I like it. I'll take it.
Bit like your fantasy team at the moment, because you were going to put your record on your screen, but you didn't actually do it. Check out.
Yeah. I forgot to do that, and then I've been looking here to see if I can update it. I don't think I can without Lee coming back.
What division are you in again?
I will put it next week.
What division are you in again?
I am in the Michao. Yeah, I am 2-5 after this week. I beat.
Yeah, it's a nice win. That's a good win against the Belfast Benchwarmers. They're on a streak. That's the second game in a row they've lost. So
yeah. Almost every week I lose by like 5 points or less. I think I have had one blowout. I barely lost.
You have been pretty unlucky,
points or 1.5 points.
Well, you'll be jumping off bottom spot because you probably score more points now than the team above you with the same record. So you'll be.
I'm going to win out, man. I'm going to win out and make the playoffs.
That's the way to look at it. You got to do that. But we'll hear Craig's opinion on that comment. I might have to save this comment and just show it to Craig to see what he says.
I'm winning out. I'm going to make it. It's
You've predicted it here. Yes.
Yeah. We have 6 teams making the playoffs. Is that right?
Well, you have 6 teams making your divisional playoffs, but to make the playoffs for the trophy, it's the top 3.
Top 3, but that's after the finals or before the finals?
Well, that'll be from week 14. They're playing like an aggregate scores to get through to the final. But like I say, you're playing for the but you can still make the top 6. I mean, if you get to the 6th place, you get in the playoffs. You can still win the helmet, provided you get them sent. I need to chase them up again because I've not had a reply back for a couple of weeks. But
I can still win the league title at least if I make the playoffs.
You could still win the division and end up in Division 1 next year.
Yeah, we're gonna win out behind Puka Nacua.
You heard it here.
Yeah, we have Puka Doncic. I gotta represent the Mavs, man. Oh, I don't have my Mavs jersey on. I thought I wore it, but anyway. All right, Johnny. I think that wraps up our show. I appreciate you being my wingman today. It's nice to have you in front of the camera a few times. So we should.
No bother. Yeah. Well, I thought everybody's sick of me having the one on Tuesday night as well. That's why I like to hide in the background.
So our guest did not show up today. He probably had some last minute emergencies or something.
Well, as long as for our picks, as long as his team turns up tonight. But obviously, we wouldn't really cry too much if they didn't.
Again,
I says for our picks tonight, we'd actually hope his team does turn up tonight, unlike him. But on an NFL and fan site, but we wouldn't really cry too much if they didn't.
That's right.
Go Vikings!
All right, Johnny. Have a good one, sir.
You too.
We're out. Right, my friend.